have villages, we have very corrupt people running our country.
Insurrection. Democrats in Washington are raising the alarm. Traditional Medicare. A group of lawmakers from the House and Senate, led by Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, join advocates. The strongest here are being tricked into buying private Medicare plans through.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors.
Let's reclaim Medicare and keep it strong and healthy for generations to come. It's worth fighting for.
Lawmakers and advocates are calling on Congress to take further action to expand Medicare and make Medicare Advantage change its name so customers can be more aware of what they're actually buying. Montgomery welcomed the Air Force's Chief of Staff to Brown Jr. is the first African-American leader of the U.S. Air Force. He spoke at a conference called Beyond Barriers, with a chance to reflect on equality.
Internet Radio.
General Brown is also President Biden's
coming up
nominee
following
to governor.
the top of the hour. Story came out late yesterday. Both Bergdahl's court
Military officer, alongside General Lloyd Austin, will be the first time in history that both leaders of the Department of Defense are African American.
We don't see it. If you can
A
overturn
two-year high. This comes as
as you
inflation
stated,
is cooled
100
despite
miles
higher interest rates.
pulling the
The
drive
consumer
back.
index defied expectations in June
Right, to make the connection.
and rising to
You and I talked about
117
that.
was predicted to only hit
I don't see it.
110.5. Economists keep a close eye on this number.
Because it's just what it to me,
Activity.
and maybe we're missing
What we've
something
been
here.
seeing
But
is
it
that
seems as
consumers continue to be a
we'll get to
strong
that
part of
coming
our
up here in a little bit. Also,
percentage
inflation.
overall output in the United States.
Indicators are at least one more rate hike. Yeah, right. And I read this one through Rand Paul. I referred Fauci to the Justice Department
We
for
started to see a shift
prosecution.
in that
And
and come
I
back
saw that
down
when,
to something.
and, right.
The Federal Reserve is meeting today and is expected to raise interest rates for an 11th time. Players have a shot at an estimated $910 million in the Mega Millions jackpot after nobody matched all 6 numbers. One and the yellow ball was 25. Last time someone won a Mega Millions jackpot was back on April 18th. Next drawing is Friday night at the cash value. If you're looking to maybe just cash out and take one lump sum, would be about $464
Eric and Gary for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier.
The Historical Commission is calling on you to help
Air
preserve
Purifier.
historical
We thought
landmarks
we'd
in
do
the
a
state.
little
With some
Q&A.
details
Here's a
on
question.
how you
Does
can
it
help.
work on
Coming
things
up in the
now?
live report.
Yes, the thunderstorm. It's weather, strong weather from
SFA 12
cooking,
News
cigarette
and
smoke,
Bounce
litter
TV,
boxes,
which is
and
12.2.
more. Even the mildew smell. How long does it take to work? Immediately, the thunderstorm starts working in seconds to clear a room of any odor. What about replacement filters? No, you never need that. Does the thunderstorm air purifier really work? Over 350,000 thunderstorms have been sold already with thousands of 5-star reviews online. Here's a question we get a lot. How do I get a deal on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm? Right now, you can save $200 on 3 thunderstorms for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code REDEYE. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE, and you get free shipping.
Hi, Tom Bodette here for Studio 6. I thought I'd play a little game with you. He's a sick, but has clean, comfortable room, a kitchen to cook in, fresh coffee to brew, great Wi-Fi, oh, and he loves to do long term. 10, right? I say Studio 6 is definitely a 10. I'm Tom Bodette for Studio 6, but really 10, where you get more in your room and less on your bed.
Were you hopeful for less chance of an inspection delay at the roadside in 2021? Compared to the 2020 pandemic year, you were disappointed as inspection likelihood rose from 2020 levels substantially. That's according to the new comprehensive analysis from Overdrive Magazine's decade-long CSA's Data Trail series. But the 2022 series update shows that state truck enforcement departments still aren't back to pre-COVID inspection levels. Learn more about this today. There are some new risks, though, in rising moving violations as well as hours of service extension. You can determine your own roadside risk with 48 state rankings in many inspection and violation categories. Download the full report via overdriveonline.com. That's overdriveonline.com in the regulations section and check out CSA's Data Trail 2022 update today.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Funds invites all over the world Class A CDL holders to join our smoking cessation program, Rick Without Cigs. Participants receive tools to assist in quitting, along with support and accountability from the program manager and others in the program. Incentive packages are offered by the Road family of brands for all who stop using tobacco through the Rick Without Cigs program. Go to truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab and sign up for Rigs Without Cigs.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. All eyes are on federal court in Wilmington, Delaware, where Hunter Biden is expected to make an appearance later this morning. Correspondent Jared Hill has our top story.
President Biden's son is set to plead guilty to charges filed in June. 2 misdemeanor counts of willful failure to pay federal income tax, and a third for possession of a handgun by a drug user would be dismissed if Biden stays drug-free and doesn't commit any additional crimes for 2 years. It'll be up to a Trump-appointed judge to accept or reject the deal, which some Republicans say is just a slap on the wrist.
Another loss for the Biden administration at the border. A federal judge has blocked new policy aimed at cutting down on illegal crossings from Mexico. CBS's Weijia Zhang at the White House.
The asylum policy bars most migrants who pass through another country before coming to the U.S. from seeking asylum once they get here. The administration says that's one big reason why border crossings have plummeted since it was implemented in May.
Blistering heat that's been baking the South and Southwest has spread to the Midwest. It's a job hazard for this man who works construction in Chatsworth, California.
When you put out a scaffolding and the sun is blowing on your head, you can call easily.
The high there today, 101. If you need to borrow money for a house, a car, consider this. The Fed is set to raise interest rates to a 22-year high. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger. Fed officials did start to telegraph that they intended to raise rates by 0.25 percentage point at the July meeting. Even though there's been great progress on inflation, Fed officials are concerned that that rate will not come down to the 2% target quickly enough. Prosecutors in New York say British billionaire Joe Louis, owner of the Tottenham soccer team, has been indicted on insider trading charges. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams.
Joe Louis is a wealthy man, but as we allege, he used inside information as a way to compensate his employees or to shower gifts on his friends and lovers.
The 18-year-old son of a basketball legend is on the mend. LeBron James' oldest son, Bronny, is out of the ICU in stable condition after going into cardiac arrest on the court at USC. CBS's Danya Backus is in L.A.
No wishes for the incoming USC freshmen are pouring in from across the sports world. Buffalo Bills safety DeMar Hamlin, who went into sudden rest after taking a hit during a game, tweeted his prayers and support for the James family.
S&P futures down 8. This is CBS News.
Find great hires fast with Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba, over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Every dead body tells a story. Amelia Fox returns in the brand new season of Silent Witness, one of the original forensic crime dramas. Stream the new season now, exclusively on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
Staples Total Solar Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned. 24/7 PC protection against bugs, cracks, and hacks. Plans start as low as $199.99. Plus now get up to 200 select computers. In-store only, offer at 729. See an associate for details. Protect your tech at Staples.
Here's candy you might want to reconsider.
If the yellow lemon-flavored Skittle is your go-to, beware. That yellow one you grab out of the bag could taste like mustard instead.
Really, now?
It's the Skittle no one asked for, but it's coming just in time for National Mustard Day.
Get me a cup of coffee right quick.
You can thank French's Mustard for helping turn this monstrosity into a reality, which they described as summer's tangiest candy. According to a not-so-official Skittles survey, the yellow ones are the least popular, by the way, so maybe this will make people appreciate them more. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
New proof inflation and interest rates are affecting our spending habits. The world's largest luxury goods conglomerate, LVMH, says sales of champagne, cognac, pricey handbags, and jewelry have fallen in the U.S. Most impacted, online sales of entry-price products in second-tier cities. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
McCarthy here with a budget public service announcement. Beware of the budget coulda, shoulda, woulda syndrome. I know what you're thinking. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Should have gone to budget with hundreds of units in stock and priced thousands less. 2021 Hyundai Elantras starting at $16,900. Camry, Corolla, Ultima, Maxima, Accord, Civic, Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Jeep, GMC, all on sale. Woulda got special financing with Cap One and other lenders that want to say yes. Yes to lower payments. Yes to lower down payments. Yes to you and not a credit score. Capital One to sign a special relationship manager for this sale who speaks in yeses. And yes, yes, yes. Local credit union members welcome with rates starting from 3.9. Coulda got more from my trade-in. Push, pull, or drag again. Owe too much? Lower your payments or just need to sell? Budget buys cars, trucks, vans, SUVs on the spot with local trade-ins starting at $6,900. Budget Barn Truck Sales with two great locations, 61 Mendel Parkway in Montgomery and a new truck center location in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road across from Walmart. Shop 24/7, buybudgetonline.com at buybudgetonline.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medication. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance. For over a decade, SimpliSafe has revolutionized home security, and our latest advancement is here, 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home.
I'll go you right away.
My faucet's leaking. There's water on the floor. Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Dollar cost averaging works because everything else doesn't. Let me put that a different way. But dollar cost averaging works every time. Just keep buying. 60% of the time, it works every time. People spend a lot of time, OG, worrying about when to buy.
This is really simple. You should invest when you have the money, and you should withdraw the money when you need the money. Boom, there it is. I think they call that a mic drop.
The Stacking Benjamin Show, available on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LaQuire. AC by LaQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylaquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbylaquire.com. License number 84417.
The dew points are rising and so are air temperatures. Highs today easily in the mid and upper 90s, but at times could feel closer to 100. Keep in mind that this will continue for the remainder of the work week, and there's very limited wet weather. Sure, a stray shower or two is possible any given afternoon. A lot of you stay dry now through the weekend and even into early next week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Your Wednesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. Registration for fall classes going on now at Trenton State. This is the time to get your financial aid in order. Change your life. Call Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. Carly Russell's attorney, Emery Anthony, confirmed he met with Hoover Police yesterday, and that meeting, quote, went fine. This meeting comes one day after he issued a statement confirming that there was no kidnapping and the report of her being abducted in Hoover wasn't true. He did not say whether charges are pending, but Hoover's police chief did say they are working with the DA to determine if Carly Russell will be charged. Montgomery police are asking for your help in a 2022 murder that happened on New Year's Day. 31-year-old Daniel Jackson of Montgomery was shot and killed in January 2022 on South Court Street. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP. The Luverne Police Department has a new gadget in its arsenal, a drone. This drone was made possible thanks to a grant, and one Luverne PD captain says it will help them in search and rescue and investigative efforts, and they also want to allow neighboring departments to have access to it. I'm Jasmine Williams with your Morning Headline.
Just Blinds in Prattville offers a variety of window shade options for your home. One of the more popular options are Wovenwood Shades, which
What's
offer
my name?
privacy, sunny
Tyrone's my game.
paired with motorization and smart home options.
Just call me Tyrone.
We offer hundreds of colors and pattern options. And you can
I'm the player's player.
blackout options. We custom measure each
You're right.
window and guarantee your complete satisfaction.
Yeah.
Visit
I wrote the
Blinds
player's book.
today.
Yeah, right. You don't believe that either. I got you.
Innovations as an affordable
Nothing,
solution for any budget.
95, 95. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. 95. Okay, so 95.
Lexus walk-in bathtub with an incredible 25% discount. This walk-in bathtub is fully warranted, UL approved, and includes the 5 most popular therapies on the market today. This bathtub, in a word, is amazing and can be viewed at their showroom at 2331 Eastern Boulevard, or schedule an in-home demo on the website at bathinnovations.com to discover the many benefits and therapies offered by the Lexus walk-in bathtub. It provides relaxation, body rejuvenation, and pain soothing massage at a whole new level. This is a limited time offer and will be granted on a first come, first served basis while supplies last. Contact them today to receive 18 months same as cash financing with credit approval.
This summer, spend less time sweating and more time doing with John Deere equipment from SunSouth. Right now, you can drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth with 0% financing for 84 months, plus get a free iMatch Quick Hitch on select John Deere equipment. Yep, 0% for 84 months, and you get a free iMatch Quick Hitch. Come see us at SunSouth this month. Sometimes your equipment is no sweat. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply, so dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st.
My name is Tyrone.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college. When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org.
Tyrone.
You want to get smarter.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Alrighty then.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Oh, that feels good. Woo. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine this morning, if you can. It is one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. It is another day that you have gotten the wake-up call. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is July the 26th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Castaway Faith. Our scripture insight today comes from 1 Peter 4, 7 through 11. And 1 Peter 4 and 7 says, the end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning to you. And that is 1 Peter 4 and 7. Good morning again. Again, it is July the 26th. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that will never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And you don't get a chance to undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done. Like I tell you every day, if you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may I'm not sure. We may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do what we can while we can until we can't, and reach back and help somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said that whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard of how you live life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never, ever, ever give up. Because winners, well, they may fail at a thing or two, but they never quit. And quitters will never have a chance of winning. Good morning to you. And no matter what happens this day, remember, this day, like all the others, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning, Montgomery. Cast away faith. That's our daily bread for this day.
Thanks for joining us for today's edition of the Our Daily Bread devotional. Our reading today was written by Sheridan Boise, and he titled it, Cast Away Faith. In June 1965, 6 Tongan teenagers sailed from their island home in search of adventure. But when a storm broke their mast and rudder the first night, they drifted for days without food or water before reaching the uninhabited island of Ata. It would be 15 months before they were found. The boys worked together on Ata to survive, setting up a small food garden, hollowing out tree trunks to store rainwater, even building a makeshift gym. When one boy broke his leg from a cliff fall, the others set it using sticks and leaves. Arguments were managed with mandatory reconciliation, and each day began and ended with singing and prayer. When the boys emerged from their ordeal healthy, their families were amazed. Their funerals had already been held. Being a believer in Jesus in the first century could be an isolating experience. Persecuted for your faith and often stranded from family, one could feel adrift. The Apostle Peter's encouragement to such castaways was to stay disciplined and prayerful, to look after each other and use whatever abilities one has to get the work done. In time, God would bring them through their ordeal, strong, firm, and steadfast. In times of trial, castaway faith is needed. We pray and work in solidarity, and God brings us through. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 7 through 11. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. If anyone speaks, they should do so as one who speaks the very words of God. If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength God provides, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ. To him be the glory and the power forever and ever. Amen. Let's pray. God, give us castaway faith to face times of difficulty well. When faced with the mistreatment of others, help us turn to you for guidance and grace. Give us strength to endure and words that reflect your presence and power in our lives. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
It's time to rise and shine as the 82nd Airborne Choir wakes you up this morning. Oh, any PT today? No PT today. Okay, maybe it is.
We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. And you leap right out and count to 4. Leap right out and count to 4. If my man gone open wide, if my man gone open wide, I've got a reserve by my side. I've got a reserve by my side. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All the way. Gotta be. Rock the top. Hey, la, 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 hey. Hey, la, 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 hey. Well, the GI grits and the GI gravy. We're so glad we didn't join the Navy. Hey, la, la, hey. Here we go. And the GI code. We're so glad we're airborne. Hey, la, hey. Here we go. There we go. On the way. Every day. On the way. Cool. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, little PT, it's Wednesday. We got to do PT. I didn't want to do it, but I got to get motivated. Got to do it. All right, where's Sergeant Smith at? All right, tell him Sergeant Elkins will not be doing PT this morning. Profile? What profile? Oh, okay, I'm running. My bad. Oh, yeah. PT. Destination unknown. Destination unknown. We don't even know if we're coming home. Oh, yeah. Look up, shuffle to the door. Jump right out and count to 4. Oh. Don't open wide. I got a reserve by my side. Come on. Oh, yeah. One should fail me too. And look out below, because I'm coming through. Oh, now. You hit the ground in the middle of the night. Spring right up to a firefight. I don't know if I'm that brave, but I'd have did it if I had to. Oh, all right. Oh, hey. Run a little more, hey. Up from the sun from 50 feet below. Up swims a man with a tab of gold. Oh, this PT is getting tough. Backstroke, side stroke, headed for shore. Backstroke, side stroke, headed for shore. Hits the beach, he's ready for war. He hits the beach and he's ready for war. Race gun, cable, fly his. Okay, so this is a little bit too much testosterone early in the morning, I know. So what? We're tough. Oh! Hunter kill a search team, a hostage snatch. Oh, Hunter kill a search team, a hostage snatch. Out to the sub, back into the hatch. Out to the sub, back into the hatch. Hand-to-hand combat behind the lines. Hand-to-hand combat behind the lines. Airborne Ranger just a killing time. They jump through the windows, kicking down a wall. They jump through the windows, kicking down a wall. Airborne Ranger just having a ball. Airborne Ranger just having a ball. Up, 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 oh, on, up, up. Woo! Okay. Too much PT for first thing in the morning. Okay, that's a little bit too much PT for Wednesdays.
But it is Wednesday. I thought it was like Monday almost. Okay, where did the day go? How time flies. Anyway, good morning to you. Let's say homage to all of our armed forces of these United States. Hey, I'm just sitting in the studio singing about it. This goes out to all the folks out there who are doing something about it, who are going in harm's way, be it jumping out of an airplane, be it going on a submarine, be it in a non-clandestine deployment, destination unknown. We honor them each morning here because without them, they put the free in freedom. Good morning to you, Maxwell and Gunner. After all, this is an Air Force town, and we got to play a little homage to those guys out there. And all I'm looking for is like a C-141 one more time. Give me one more jump, and I'm gonna call it a life. Just give me one more jump, and it's over. I'm moving on to the next chapter. All right. What else we got going on? Oh, Alabama National Guard. Good morning to the First Sergeant out there, Sergeant Major, and the Commanding General. I forgot what her name is, but I'm pretty sure she could slap me, and I remembered it in a minute. That's the way I roll. Always the utmost respect for our officers and non-commissioned officers. Always, always. Okay, what else? That it? Oh, Montgomery Sanitation Department, all you whiners out there, what y'all need to do is get some of y'all kids out there off their butt, let them stop playing games and get a job and go out there and help those guys. Stop whining. Who's that on TV the other day whining? Come on, man. Come on. If they can't get there sometimes, give them a call. They'll come see you. Wow. And good morning to the Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Police Department, our local heroes, and to everybody else that goes in harm's way when everybody else is going the other way. And Maxwell, one more time. Can we get a C-141? Just let me see one. That's all I want to. Just let me see it. Every time I see that plane, I get homesick. And last but certainly not least, we call them jarheads, but they're known affectionately as the U.S. Marines. And good morning to all my non-commissioned officers out there this morning, especially all the ones that outrank me. Outstanding. I'm not going to push up for you later on. Good morning, Sergeant First Class McCoy. Hoorah! Hoorah! Sergeant First Sergeant Durham, good morning. And anybody else I know? Well, if I do, if I can't remember your name, that's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm talking to you too. Okay, I got it. We're not gonna call this the studio anymore. This is Elkins' orderly room, okay? This is where all things start and finish, right here. Orderly room. Hey, got a guest coming up at 8 o'clock. We got Victorus Felder coming on, the candidate for mayor at 8 o'clock. Let's see what he's got to say. We had one candidate in yesterday. That was interesting conversation. Also, we got anybody else coming out. I don't know where any of the city council people are. They kind of scared of me. That's okay. I understand I'm intimidating. When you're the smartest guy on the radio, it's kind of difficult for people to come sit on the other side of you and answer questions. Although my questions are, and something else about my question. If you guys think I'm not asking the question you want to hear, then all you have to do is text me or call into the show and ask them your question. I really ask the questions that I want to know. I can't ask the question that everybody in town wants to know. Okay, there are a lot of shows in town, although I'm the best. But make sure that if you can text me 241-9998, or you can call in 860-1440. You can't call in right now. Okay, that's when the guest gets here. Okay, so my concerns are not your concerns. Your concerns are not my concern. But I will allow you. I'll shut up. As a matter of fact, I wish I didn't have to ask a question at all. I just let the people ask questions, and let you guys get the answers that you want, or at least try to get the answers that you think you want. That's the way I roll. That's all I do. I just roll that way. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, what else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, the lady in well, I'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Because I have a different perspective on the lady in the young lady in Birmingham who, who obviously got some issues, but I'm not going to be as hard on her as a lot of folks are. The thing about getting older is that we have a tendency to forget the things we've done as younger people for whatever reason. And so I'm just not that going to be that hard on her. I think this is a learning experience. I think she ought to be made to pay tribute some kind of way, but I'm not in for putting her in jail. Come on, man. Matter of fact, we can use that as a testing thing, as a training module to figure out what to do and what not to do in these kinds of circumstances if we the police and stuff like that. But anyway, so much for that. First of all, let's get the word of the day out of the way and lessons of life. Okay. Now, today, word of the day means to cause people to take action on something that they are excited or concerned about. Again, today's word means to cause people to take action on something that they are excited or concerned about. This is one word that I will say doesn't really fit the black folks. It just doesn't. We don't do this too often, and our black politicians don't do it either. Okay, it's a word. It's a one word. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters in it. 9-letter word that we could certainly benefit from if we ever put it to use. Okay. Again, the word means to cause people to take action on something that they are excited or concerned about. What's the word? Well, you want to know what the word is, okay? You want to you really want to know what the word is, okay? The word is galvanize, okay? Galvanize, okay? That's the word. We don't really galvanize on much of anything at all. Everybody's mad and everybody goes their single way. We don't really get together on much of anything. And I ain't mad at nobody. That's just the way it goes sometimes, We don't get angry about anything. We just say, well, that's the way it is, Democratic Party told me that's the way it was going to be. So that's the way it is. We'll come back with some of the things that have happened on this day, and I'll give you the lessons of life. But I had to get that word in. Gab, I want you to cogitate on that while we go to this break. We'll be back.
WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LeQuire. AC by LeQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylequire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbylequire.com. License number 84417.
The dew points are rising and so are air temperatures. Highs today easily in the mid and upper 90s, but at times could feel closer to 100. Keep in mind that this will continue for the remainder of the work week, and there's very limited wet weather. Sure, a stray shower or two is possible any given afternoon. A lot of you stay dry now through the weekend and even into early next week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Trouble on 65 southbound, but it's up in Clanton at the top Peach exit. So if that's southbound on 65, you got people coming in from points north that could run a little late. Outside of that, we're clear. Summer's here, and the Festival Plaza has it all. Shop Plato's Closet, ABC Beverage and More, Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn. Collier's Managed Development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for Apex Legends fans, as the Apex Legends Global Series Split 2 playoffs are officially underway. 40 teams will be facing off in London for their chunk of a massive $1 million prize pool. At the moment, it looks like XSET, Alliance, Fnatic, TSM, and Moist Esports are the favorites to win it all, but more than 10 other teams could still shock the world. Who are you rooting for in the final ring?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic. Must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Another Guardian Credit Union story.
Hey, so what are we doing with your hair today?
I need a trim, a new dishwasher, and a much-needed vacation. Do you see any grays?
Sounds like you need a personal loan. My friend just got a loan from Guardian Credit Union, and he used it to upgrade
good morning,
his
Dick.
appliances.
Inspired. Outstanding.
Guardian
That's
has
right.
great rates and a friendly team that makes payments affordable.
Perfect.
I don't know.
Can't fix everything.
Connect with
I don't know. But those are two good words there, Dick. Those are good words. Yeah. Motivate and inspire. And inspire feel like it's a motivate also. That'll work. That'll be work. That's good. Those words are interchangeable. I can live with that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not kissing up or anything, no, but that's a good word. That's a good word. That is a good word. Yes. That is a good word. Don't settle for fake wood.
How did you sleep last night? You can buy them actually anywhere. Hopefully, sleep. We would take the time to figure out what supports you and what gives let you make a decision on what's best for you. Whether you
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong. Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, and manage heart failure, for the Rise Above Weight Track Pathway.
Because we experience a lot. We think we experience a lot of from the world, and ultimately, we relate to each other's lives.
Give me a break. Hey.
And yes, invite listeners in their listen.
Okay, enough of that.
Join Saturday. Mondays at 3 News Radio 1440.
That's for Friday. We'll get to that one Friday. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. And now it's time for some of the things that happen in the world on this day. Okay? But first, let's see who are. How time flies. Anyway, our word of the day was galvanize, which means to cause people to take action on something that they're excited or concerned about. Now, somebody said there are other words to be used for that. That's true, like excite, like what word you use? To be motivated. Yeah, it means, I can live with that. And to inspire, which is something I do every morning for somebody else. Sure, I inspire people. Hey, it ain't because of me. It's because of you. Anyway, so much for that. Okay. Anyway, so what is the lesson of life today? These are things you learn by living. There's no other way to learn until you have to live. Okay? And you will find this to be true. You will find in life, you will run into many impediments, things that would normally stop you, but you can't let that happen. You got to keep on going. Think about all the people right now in Montgomery that wouldn't be where they were, where they are, if they had not had some of this. Okay? What is it? Well, just remember this. Not every day in your life is going to be a good day, but you have to show up anyway. Not everyone will tell you the truth, but you have to trust someone. Not everyone will love you back, but you must love anyway. And last but not least, not everything in your life will be fair, but you live anyway. Let me say that over one more time so I can move on to something else. Not every day is a good day. Get out of bed anyway. Show up. Do what you have to do to make your life better. Not everyone will tell you the truth. I know that's probably not a shock to anybody right now, but you still have to trust people anyway. And you can give your heart out to somebody, and it'll work out. Not everybody's going to love you back. But that doesn't mean, and this is something I had to learn, you still must love anyway. For those who don't know how to love, we got to learn. And not everything in this life will be fair. You must live your life. All right, move right along. Here's my thing in here. Here we go. What has happened on this day, which is right here? It was on this day in 1912. It was on this day in July 26, 2016. Hillary Rodham Clinton became the first woman to be nominated for president by a major political party of the Democratic National Convention in the FBI. Also in 1775, the Continental Congress established the post office and appointed Benjamin Franklin as its postmaster general. 1963, Sam Houston, former president of the Republic of Texas, died in Huntsville at the age of 17. 1908, U.S. Attorney General Charles J. Bonaparte ordered the creation of a force of special agents. And that was the forerunner to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, otherwise known as the FBI. Right now, we got some questions about the FBI. Although since they're upstairs, I won't say them. I won't take them off already this early in the morning. 1925, 5 days after the end of Scopes' trial in Dayton, Tennessee, prosecutor William Jennings Bryan died at the age of 65. Although Bryan had won a conviction against John T. Scopes for teaching Darwin's theory of evolution, listen, Darwin was not totally wrong. The verdict was later overturned. Yeah, Charles Darwin, you know who he is? If you don't know who he is, 1953, Fidel Castro began his revolt against Fulgencio Batista, or something close to it. Unsuccessful attack of an army barracks in eastern Cuba. Not Cuba, it's Cuba. Okay, Castro ousted Batista in 1959. 1956, the Italian liner Andre Doria of New England was some 11 hours after colliding with the Swedish liner Stockholm, and at least 51 people died. In 1986, Islamic radicals in Lebanon released Reverend Lawrence Martin Genko, an American hostage held for nearly 19 months. American citizen W. Abraham Harriman died in Yorktown Heights, New York, at the age of 94. In 1990, President George H.W. Bush signed the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now you can't get a spot at Walmart or anyplace else because all those spots that come to the door are Americans with disabilities. I thought people with disabilities want to be treated like everybody else. They can't get their own spot. I'm just saying. I'll tell you, I got some sympathy here, but you can't have it both ways. You can't say treat me like everybody else and save me a spot. I'm just saying, get there first, you got it. I'm just saying. We can't have it both ways. Don't treat me like you do. Don't treat me like I'm disabled. Okay, I won't. There's a spot back there. Anyway, 2006, 2, the Republican House that voted 295 to 132 to create an enormous Homeland Security Department and the biggest government reorganization in decades, and the eradication of a lot of our rights since it has come about has happened. Okay, has happened. Yeah, come in your house. Yeah, don't tell nobody you've been there. Just checking all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, woo, go to the airport with money on you, and they think you're going to buy dope, and then they take your money. And one guy took him $9,000 to get his $10,000 back. Okay, I mean, come on, man. 2006, a dramatic turnaround from her first murder trial, and Henry Yates was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Well, that's the case that anybody who kills anybody is insane. Because it is not a natural instinct to kill people. Now, there is a natural instinct to survive. I get that part. Not good. 2013, Ariel Capsco, the man who imprisoned 3 women in Cleveland home. Now, this guy should have been castrated right before they killed him, subjecting him to a decade of rape and beating, pleading guilty to 937 counts in a deal to avoid the death penalty. Anyway, he later committed suicide in prison. That's what they say. Anyway, wink. Okay, then. 2017, President Donald Trump announced on Twitter that he would not accept or allow transgender people to serve in the U.S. military, one of his decisions. After a legal battle, though, the Defense Department approved a new policy requiring most individuals to serve in their birth gender. Of course, we know where we are now since the new president got in. Anything that's believed is almost joining the military now. No matter how bad the history our military. 10 years ago, Sarah Palin, was it 10 years ago? Sarah Palin stepped down as governor of Alaska to write a book and build a write-up center coalition. And it was 9 years ago that Hamas resumed rocket fire on Israel after being rejecting its offer to extend humanitarian ceasefire, the latest setback in an international effort to negotiate the end of the Gaza war. I think they'll be going on for a long time. Anyway, those are some of the things that happened in the world while we were sitting here doing whatever. Our night, whatever. It's 6:50 in the morning. So what is today? What do we celebrate on this day in the world and in America? Well, it is Auntie Day. If you have an aunt, today is call them up and say, hi, Aunt Jane. I think I got one. This is exactly Mississippi. Hey, I'm Jane. Whatever she is. I'm not exactly Mississippi. Anybody know? I'm going to drive down there one day. I don't remember. Holistic Therapy Day. What that means, I don't know. How about Liberia Independence Day? We're going to leave that alone, but we're still trying to keep hard. Let me see now. National All or Nothing Day. Don't exactly know what that means, but okay. And it's also National Uncle Day. I mean, you can have an aunt, but you got an uncle. Okay. National Coffee and Milkshake Day. I'm with the milkshake. I just had my coffee. I don't like coffee, but it's wet and it's brown, and I kind of like it because it's brown, kind of like me. You know. Okay, I'm gonna call my name. But now that I think about it, I do look like coffee. You know, my skin tone is like coffee. I thought it was like chocolate. It's really like coffee. I just call me coffee from now on. Okay? Not the one that's on TV in the 1970s, whatever her name was. She was good looking coffee. But now, you call me Mr. Coffee. All right? That's what I'm talking about. It is National Dog Photography Day. If you got a mutt or one of those $5,000 dogs, today you need to take a picture of it. Okay? It is National Dog Photography Day. If you're Catholic, it's National Saint Day. One Voice Day. I don't know what that means, but okay. And here's one thing. When I lived in Hawaii, I never could get, I had a lot of friends that were Samoan, and they like eating this stuff. But I tell you, I just could not find the strength to eat this food. So food, I couldn't have it. But they say it's good for it. I don't know. Never I looked at it. Is that weird? Now, I haven't had rat before. I've tasted little rat before, big rat too. Instead of, I can say that. That's when I run the survival. E and E, seer, survival and street, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, one of those courses. And okay, I didn't. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Rat probably tastes better than tofu. I'm not sure. I never had the tofu. Uh, Hepatitis Awareness Week. That's what it is. Hepatitis Awareness Week. So you have to, you have to remember that. Be aware of it. Moving right along. All right, those are some of the things that happened. Now, let's get to this. Let's get to this. Carly Russell confessed to kidnapping hoax and blah 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 blah. Well, everybody says put her in jail. Put her in jail. Not me. Not me. No. This is a learning moment. First of all, something's got to be wrong in your life to do that. Okay. We all have issues. We just have them different kind of way. I say make her work for a nonprofit for 6 months that deal with lost and abused kids. Yeah, seriously. Because evidently she doesn't have an appreciation for the things she put people through. But at 25 years old, I know most of the folks out there with gray hair like me, you don't remember what you were doing. You're 25 years old. Now I was 25 years old. So, well, actually, I didn't really know the hell I was doing then. I had people telling me what to do. Okay, all the time, all day and night. So I didn't make any mistakes because they wouldn't let me. So my job was to do the hell they said to. That's what I did. Well, we forget sometimes when 25 years old, okay, we're not really all that smart. We think, I mean, there are some that are. They're a lot smarter than I was. But we've done stupid things too. So I think this is a learning, like Z in Emmanuel. There are some things, I just, you teach them. You take that moment and you teach them. Okay? Because if 25 was all that mature, you wouldn't have to wait till you're 25 to sign certain contracts to engage in certain contractual obligations. Okay, it's grown. It is legally grown. That's true. But you know what? Okay, let's not bludgeon the girl all over the head. I don't know what was going on in her life and stuff like that. But it's a teaching moment for a lot of people. One of the things you learn, well, police are not as stupid as you think they are. Okay, they can tell. They've been doing it. Most of them been doing this job a long time, and they know when stuff don't smell right. Okay, I'm just saying. You may trick them for a minute, like Abraham Lincoln said. You can fool some of the people, some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So let's just take it for granted that there's somebody on the police department that's smarter than you. Okay. So before we go engage in this kinds of things, I just say we might want to think about that. So let's not come up put the woman all in jail and all that stuff. I mean, 49 hours now. I understand she's there. Okay, she committed to it. It's a teaching lesson. She did cause them a lot of time and effort. But on the other hand, they got some OJT, some on-the-job training. So it's not like when the fire department sets a fire out here in some old building. Hey, your job is not to set the fire. They set the fire because the fire is a controlled burn, and then they learn how to do things by setting that fire. So up there in Hoover, wherever you guys are, it is just listen. Let's just take this as a what do you call this? Come on, somebody help me out. What's the word I'm looking for? As a practice run, okay? A practice run, and I'm pretty sure for the rest of her life, she's gonna remember what she did and all the trouble she caused people and stuff like that. And who knows? She may be able to. She can redeem herself. Because we all did something, and if you're lying out there and say you haven't done anything, you're lying. You are lying. L-Y-I-N-G. Lying. Now, just because nobody knows about it, don't mean that you didn't do it. We all are human beings. We all have done some crazy stuff. Like me, I should steal 10 speed bikes all the time. I was a kid. I just go to your porch, didn't have a chain on it. Next thing you know, it's mine. I was rolling down the road. So one day, I'm rolling down the road in my nice new 2 speed that I just stole, and next thing I know, I'm rolling on a 4 speed. Yeah. With 4 doors on it, and black and white. Yeah, I'm rolling. All of a sudden, my 10 speed was in the trunk. Okay, so all of a sudden, I wasn't riding on my 10 speed that I ripped off. Yeah, I was riding in the back of a police car. Now what made me not a big orange 10 speed? Somebody wouldn't recognize. It was orange. Okay, I still remember that. It was orange. So you see, we've all done something. I'm just willing to admit. I mean, I was 16, 15, somewhere around there. That's what I do. But I did it anyway. I didn't even go. We'll be back. Uno momento. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, siete, ocho, nueve, 10.
WSFA Radio 1440.
Charlie Russell's attorney Emory Anthony confirmed he met with Cleveland police yesterday, and that meeting, quote, was fine. The meeting comes one day after he issued a statement confirming that there was no kidnapping and the report of her being abducted and he did say they're working today to determine if Charlie Russell. Montgomery police are asking for your help in
Put the woman in jail. Come on, man. Put her in jail. I think she's learned a lesson. Lesson.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1. This is the CBS News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. President Biden's son is expected to arrive at court later this morning to formally agree to a deal. Three charges were filed in June. Two misdemeanor and a third charge, handgun by a drug user, would be dismissed. The deal whistleblower. The price of borrowing money interest rates percentage point today. Highest level in 22 years. Nick Farmer says he's prices easing already.
Really specifically, prices are coming back down to earth. We'll just stay back.
Let's see, the issue though is wages, which are growing faster than inflation. Good morning, as usual, for many Americans, still smoldering in the mystery of each in Eastville, California. Today is 1 week.
To do this for like this.
Florida reached high levels 101.1 in Washington Bay. CBS is the bar index. It's really a case of a daily 102.7 degrees Monday. Spanish researchers median temperature to see 75 that in 2003, a year of Western Hebrews Marine veteran Kevin Reed treated a prisoner swap with Russia last year. It looks like he was okay. He was injured fighting in Ukraine. Nancy Cormack.
Really not aware of any communication. Phone trouble read about the plans to fight overseas.
Hello?
Decision.
Yes. Yes.
Freight futures down 5.
You make too much anyway. Make too much money anyway.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyers in these matters.
For matters in Tennessee, visit Cordell.com. 200 West Martin, 1010, Tennessee. 402.
Every influence. I mean, in the brain, something
Staples Tourist is your template for the complex. Protection against fraud. And service 29 plus helping consumer computers.
Another celebrity who water released the first batch of the voting brand of ice cream. Dr. Bombay is available at thousands of Walmart stores across the country and comes in several flavors, including brownie, and rolling in the dough. The rapper says it's a great snack to chill, relax, and it's also not his first venture in the food market. He's got a coffee brand, and last year he released a gluten-free cereal called Snoop Loops. With Dog showing solidarity with movie industry workers, he's postponed his concert at the Hollywood Bowl that was supposed to honor the 30th anniversary of his He stuff. In an Instagram post, Snoop explained we stand with our brothers and sisters in WGA and South Africa. And we're right with that.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95%? That's FOR.com/JO.
Okay, then. That's cool. That's it. Okay, I was doing reports there. Good morning, 7:08 in the morning. Don't forget, coming up next hour, we got Mr. Victor Felder, who wants to be the next mayor of the city of Montgomery. We'll talk to him, see what he got to say, what was on his mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to reach out to some of them city council people. You know, a bunch of them running. Now, they're scared to come up here, though. I guess they're trying to find safe harbor. I guess, I don't know. And again, though, now, just for you folks to know, I don't really care if I don't ask the candidate anything. I bring them on so you guys can ask. So if you don't call, you got to put it with my question. I'm just saying, you might want to, because my concerns are not your concerns, and your concerns are not my concerns. So, you know, if you want to talk to people and they bring them up here, call them and ask them. Don't tell me, well, you didn't answer this, and you didn't answer that, because I didn't care about that. That's what I care about. All right? I'm just saying, you might want to do that. Hey, tell 1440 the number you want to start talking to them on your mind this morning. Or if it's not on your mind, maybe you know it's on somebody else's mind. Okay. Okay. So I'm on the phone right quick. Like I really don't know who this is, but his name is one person that calls this many times and stays on the line. Morning, Ed. Well, that's 15 minutes. A tribute. Well, I mean, she should do something, but not go to jail. Yeah, I know what it means. Well, that's paying it. She won't have it, but she needs to do something. But, well, maybe so, but I know a bunch of brothers been in jail because somebody called the police and lied on them. So especially women. Women been lying to the police for years. Some contracts you got to be 25 years old. Well, when I'm from, that's what it was, anyway. You couldn't sign a contract. Well, it's true. There's some contracts you can't enter into. Well, why do you care? It ain't your money once they got it. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you, how much? Well, I'll ask you, how much does it cost us to pay the police department every day? Because you don't always get it. You don't always. I know, but it does. It just started, man. Even at them time to get going. No, not yet. I do, but I don't really care about the water rolling. I don't. All right. Yeah. Okay. Again, I don't know. What does it cost to pick up garbage? I mean, I don't. It's a service. It's us. It is a service to the city, brother. Yeah. Well, that I don't know. I don't know why he would. Now I don't know why he would turn. So you said you heard that. You don't know that to be a fact. Okay. So we don't. So we don't know that to be a fact. Again, you heard. You got it secondhand. It, it makes no sense for the mayor to say, "Don't help us." That doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right. I'll say because first of all, but let me tell you now. Let me tell you some of the things these people did. Wait a minute. Let me tell you. I don't care about that. I don't care about it. That's kind of cheap. That's what my little bitty car costs. So, but listen. My bad. Yeah, I thought you said 30,000. Listen, I understand one thing. A lot of people took the opportunity when that storm came to cut down their own trees. You got people that cut down trees that were 40 feet in the sky. Yeah. They're picking them up. They are cutting them down. They're cutting them down and they're putting them out there with the regular garbage. Well, I don't know if they paid or not. I don't know if they paid or not. Because if in fact that after the storm comes in and leaves, all that stuff is in the front yard, I'm thinking that the city's going to pick it up because they think it's part of the storm. Okay, I'm telling you what I know. And I've seen some boys up the other day with saws cutting down trees in their yard, setting them on the curb. I'm seeing it every day. But it keeps today now. So last week. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Yeah. 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 Uh, well, that didn't. Maybe we trying to forget. Maybe we trying to forget about it. Yeah, we're trying to forget. Yeah. What is it? Right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's right. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. And in Tuskegee, they brought German POWs home and let them come to the front door and let make black folks go to the back. Yeah, I know. But we can't undo it. We can't undo what happened. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she may have, but I think she did come clean. I think she did. Okay, she didn't kill anybody. Okay, I mean, she wasn't selling drugs. She wasn't selling fentanyl. She caused us a lot of concern and a lot of man hours for something that was erroneous. I would agree. But again, you know, we're going to give her 28 lashes across the back because she did a stupid thing. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Hunter Biden's getting away with a lot of stuff. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. But yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so I guess what you're saying. Okay. So I guess what. Wait a minute. I guess what you're saying. But I wait. I guess what you're saying that somebody's gonna always get over it. Yeah. 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 I believe it. Yeah. 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 But now wait a minute. Now he got that money. Now from what I read, from what I read. Yeah. Yeah. I think they give him a look. Wait. Well, let me ask you something. Didn't you? Wait a minute. I had a secret clearance. Didn't you? You too. So what? Yeah. We worked for the guy. We worked for him. Yeah. 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 Because all politics are local. What happens in Washington should be the same thing that happens in Montgomery when it comes to. Yeah. That's right. All right. Listen, leave that 25-year-old girl alone. She made a mistake. Let's get over it and move on. Yeah. Okay. All right. You too. I'm just so eager to put somebody to the curb. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Mhm. Yeah. 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 We probably would have treated her. Yeah. Yeah. We'd have treated her a little differently. we would have. Don't lie. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, rank has its privileges and beauty does too. So, okay, right. I mean, nobody's in high school trying to go out with the ugly girl. I'm just saying, I'm the ugly brother. Yeah, I know about the ugly brother thing. But, I can't even buy a date to the prom. And the girl that I was going to the prom with, hell, I pulled up in her house with a rented car. She was going with somebody else. I know what it's like to be the ugly duckling and not, you know, get a shot. And that's just where it goes sometimes. Anyway, it is 22 minutes after the hour 7 o'clock. So if you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you're 22 minutes late. But however, you're lucky. If you got to be there at 7:30, you got 8 minutes left to get there.
Closer to 100. Keep in mind that this will continue for the remainder of the work week, and there's very limited wet weather. Over a straight hour is possible this afternoon. A lot of you stay dry. Now,
And then I do all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lights.
Children of all ages to be up to date on their immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated against polio, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, also known as whooping cough, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
I got smart about mortgages.
Find it at
Seven 27 this morning. Don't forget, coming up at o'clock, we got Victor Sepulveda going to come in and talk to us about his plans. He wants to implement if he should be so lucky to become your mayor of the month of January. Yeah, he'll be here. I'm looking for some of those city council people, but they're hiding out, hiding out, letting somebody else for all the wrongs in the world, rather than talk about what they're going to do. 860-1440 is the number here. If you want to give a call, let's talk to you. You can text me, 241-9998. I'm going to text on here. I always forget my texting. I always forget stuff. I don't get like Montiel get there. Montiel used to get Montiel used to get the good stuff. They don't give me the good stuff. They give me the rumors and innuendos. So I need the food so I can put my hands on, so I can you want to tell it, I'll tell it for you. No problem. As long as it's true, we'll tell it. We'll tell the story. But then again, I'm not a lawyer, so the lawyers don't give me anything. Hey, I will not pull my fingernails off my hand, my toes. They could ban fried chicken from me. I won't tell anybody where it came from. Okay? I'll even text you my number that nobody knows, so you can text the brother to. I'll put it on here. But it's never been the way I use it to communicate between people. Remove that number. Cool. Let me see. Well, somebody knows it. They got to give me the number. I didn't put it in my name. So you see, I got the way. Without anybody have to put their safety on and their notoriety on display. If you got something good, let me know. Good morning. Good morning. Now, well, whenever you get ready to say something, just let me know. We'll talk to you. Anyway, moving right along to other things. Let's see, what else we got here? We got, what's going on? Oh, I got here. Okay. That can be stupid too. I'll just leave you on the phone. There was also an officer in, who passed away, they say, quite unexpectedly the other day. Good morning, who's this? Oh, I just leave you hanging there. No problem. You just hang right there, and we will be back with you. Good morning, who's this? Oh, the phone ain't working. Oh, their phone ain't working. Good morning. Well, evidently, my phone. Okay. 860-1440 is the number here. If you want to Dateline Prattville, an elected police officer who died suffering being remembered for his service to his community and his country. Corporal Desmond Bailey worked with the Prattville Police Department before moving to New Mexico. It was shot and it referred to the Prattville Police Chief Mark Thompson. For Chief Thompson, Corporal Desmond was more than a fellow officer in his close friend. Our prayers and condolences go out to the police officer involved in the operation to capture Saddam Hussein. So, is that it? That's good. Okay, let me see now. What else is going on in town right now? I don't want to bore you guys. Okay. Oh, and again, they're still trying to make, Tuberville not believe in what he believes in, that we shouldn't, and the law says that we should not pay for abortions. The federal government should not do that. And I'm with him on this. I stick with him to the end. Okay, so I'm with him. Keep it good work. They called it off the other day, trying to get it out of it's kind of difficult sometimes. He said, let me say one more time. They ask the same question over and over again. Because I will keep my hold. I will keep it on until the Pentagon follows the law or changes the law. That's simple. Those are two conditions that would mean to drop this hold. So until those conditions are met, I object. And so listen, I like the guy who's willing to stand up for what he believes. I don't have to agree with him. But I like the guy who's willing to fight. Who's willing to fight if that's necessary to get the Mexican for. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, we shouldn't be paying. The government should not be paying you to get an abortion because you had a lax in judgment. Okay, I just think that's crazy. And our job is to go around and make sure that people's lives are better than they were because of us, not worse than they were because of us. And again, the Declaration independence, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And the word unalienable means not given to you by man, but given to you by God. And unalienable rights, which among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You cannot pursue happiness if somebody kills you. You can't pursue happiness that way. So it goes against our constitutional values to even allow abortion to happen. It's true. Put the child up there. Somebody said, well, what if he gets put in a daycare center, whatever you call that, abortion, whatever, adoption. I've never heard anybody ask a living child, okay, did you want us to abort you? No, we didn't. Nobody's ever asked a child that. Okay. And the thing about what Ronald Reagan said, everybody that's for abortion is alive. Come on, who's this? Yes, I'm doing fine. I could care less because nobody's doing anything for us anyway. Well, first of all, if you're going to stack and pack black people, you got to get them from someplace. No, they don't. They stack it because the only people. Wait a minute. The only people that get wait a minute, the only people who get moved around in these reapportionment are black folks. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. What difference does it make the color of the people that's voting? Okay. Mm-hmm. What's that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't care. My life don't change. Black folks in no better condition now than they were. Okay, well, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. Get your what? You don't want to get your what? Because it's not about the people. I do know. It's okay. Okay. Dr. Reed know how to call me. They know how to reach me. They want to come talk. I'm not running behind people. I don't have any disagreement with the Republicans right now. Right. Because it's not about the voter. It's about the party. It's not. It's not about the voter. It's not about, it. Okay. Right. You think that matters? Right. Exactly. They just on the road. Chris Sales and Kelvin Lawrence have no. They don't care. It ain't about us. I keep telling y'all that. It's not. The reapportionment is not about us, the voter. It is about the party. It's about the party. It ain't about it. It's about the party. They know you're gonna vote Democrat. They know that. I don't normally vote Democrat anyway because it makes no difference. I'm sorry. Yeah. Get you some more over there. I don't know. If y'all think the reapportionment is about making sure you are fairly and equitably represented in the houses of Congress, I'm sorry. It's about the party, not you. When the last time they asked you? Okay, when the last time anybody in the high up in the party ever called you, sent you a letter, or anything like that to ask your opinion? They don't, because it's not about you. It is about the higher echelon of the Republican and the Democratic Party. I'm sorry, I never got a letter. I never got anybody ever asked me. Tuberville has not called me. The state senators haven't called me and asked me, Elkins, what do you think? They never have, they never will, unless I happen to be part of the party. Okay? Can't believe y'all like crazy.
If you're hired, it can feel like you're trying to find a a lot of
Ladies in Portland.
take it from Mark. Other business.
You and I are taking a connected but neither of us speak English. So we don't think people
Getting conversation in another language. 3 weeks. 10 minutes. Pretend I'm going to check. Be the most efficient. Whatever you like. Como te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Subscription. That's email.com.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years.
Yes. Oh, all right. Okay, we're back. 7:47 in the morning. Let's see. Somebody says that. Let me see. The map sign is just wrong. Sue is from Selma, and to cut her out of the district she represents is just wrong. I probably agree. Even if you disagree with the Democrats, it's just wrong. Again, you can't keep cutting the same pie and don't expect to encroach upon somebody else's area. They've been cutting the same pie, so everybody get a little bit of Montgomery in there, and Montgomery gets screwed doing that too. Even Brubaker told us a couple weeks ago that, you know what, when they pass out the money, they pass out the money to everybody but Montgomery. Okay? And still brings it back to $22 million to go to Maxwell. That didn't help me. That didn't help. Hey, Maxwell, Maxwell don't help me. I'm PTX right now. I mean, what advantage? Again, it hasn't helped the people that supposedly are being represented. Okay, been there 32 years. 32 years in this great town of Montgomery, Alabama. We are talking about the same thing now we were talking about back in 1991. when I first came on the airways of Montgomery, nothing changes except somebody gets a new job, somebody gets a raise, and somebody else gets to move back to Wind Lakes or somebody to Pike Road when it get done. I'm just telling you, nothing else. Show me a significant happening because we got all these different men. It doesn't. It is not about you. It is about the party. It's got nothing to do with the average citizen. There's nobody out there in Montgomery right now, nobody, that's worked their butt off to live in a decent neighborhood, educate their kids somewhat decently, that got help from the federal government. There's nobody that can actually say, well, because I'm in District 2, Congressional District 2, my life has changed. I'm sorry. If they are, it's fine. I'd like to hear from you. And I want to know what you did. And then I'm going to do what you do. Okay? 860-14-4 is the number here. Again, show me that. It's not about you. The district, the reapportionment has nothing to do with you, the black voter. All we're doing is taking the same black folks and putting them in a different putting them in a different district with the same results. First fired, last hired. Okay, more time in jail. Poorest people in the country is still black folks, except the folks who live in the Appalachians. Okay, they kind of like with us. They kind of like with us. Okay, so tell me a significant difference that has taken place in your life because you happen to live in a certain district, a certain congressional district. Tell me, please. I want to hear it. Come on, who's this? Okay, let him sit there for a while. Yeah, let him sit there for a while. Okay, somebody's got to put on the caller ID. Good morning, who's this? Yes. I didn't say that. I'm telling you what significant difference has come about because you happen to be in a Democratic district or a Republican district. So if you poll, nothing. Nothing's changed. Because it's about the parties. It's got nothing to do with you as a voter. It's about the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. They're the only ones who benefit from these maps. Theoretically, so you can vote for the person that theoretically represents you in the halls of Congress. Theoretically. When the last time you got a letter? Wait a minute. When the last time you got a letter in the mail asking your opinion on an issue? And it's going right here in Montgomery and no place else. And on Twitter or whatever you want to put. When the last time you got a letter addressed to you? Okay. Okay. No, I'm telling you, engineers are some smart people. If you can't wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you guys if you guys can't figure out to promote yourselves, hey, that's your problem. I don't care about that. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. If you are an engineer, your job is to solve problems. Okay? Solve the problem. Don't whine about it. So, I ain't talking about slavery right now. Listen, you're the engineer, figure it out. Again, you're the engineer. Figure out what the problem is and figure out a solution for the problem. What? Well, I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave. Okay. Again, I appreciate your call. Again, if you're an engineer, figure out the problem and solve it. Hello. Like this. Good morning. Okay then. All right, Josh, grab my engineer. Come down here and put some caller ID, operate the caller ID on my thing here. Yeah, I'm gonna find out who this idiot is that calls me. Good morning. Okay. Okay. Hello. Okay. So now I'm going to put my caller ID in the next second. Okay. 9 seconds. All right then. 860-1440 is the number. Then we try to answer the phone because there may be someone. This is the caller. Hello. Yeah. Okay then. Well, anyway, you guys got a bad phone, but we won't be answering them again. Let's see. One more. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Well, don't know who it is. Don't know who it is. Okay. Well, next hour, we have my caller ID on. See, I try to respect you guys' privacy and not know who you are when you call it. But evidently, it ain't doing no good. Okay. It ain't doing no good whatsoever. 7:55 in the morning. So if you got something to say, say what I'm going to do. I'm about tired of this anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, 7:55 in the morning. If you, I'm trying to figure out another. Let me see here. I gotta get another call in some kind of way. All right, I'm gonna have to fix this problem. See, there are idiots out there, and I guarantee they're probably a Democrat. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. There's no doubt in my mind. Because who has time to just play on the telephone like that? I mean, there are more important things to do in the world than sit on the. And besides, my guest is here today. In a few minutes, I'll be talking to a fellow who wants to be your next mayor of the city of Montgomery. Yes. Yes. Well, Terry School's been down there a long time too, and but we don't vote no way, hardly. So we don't have to dilute it. Well, when there's a black guy running, they do. Or Democrats that they've been told to vote for, they do. But other than that, they don't. They're the ones who have had. Wait a minute. They are the ones who have had the black folks food for 50 years. That's funny. We don't vote that way. We vote for, we put a man in the White, y'all put a man in the White House who didn't want his kids to go to school with black folks. He said it. Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't. Again, but we enthusiastically went for them. We enthusiastically went for them. Yeah. Wait a minute. There was a black man who ran. There was a black man who ran for governor of the state of Alabama, and black folks wouldn't vote for him. You know why? Because he wasn't a Democrat. So, yeah, I hear you. Again, I just want people to realize that the party stuff, these lines are not drawn for the voter. They are drawn for the party, not you. They don't know that. No, they don't know that. They really think it's about them. Okay. Independent. I gotta go. Look at that.
Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with breaking news from Washington. Rudy Giuliani admits he made false statements about two election years. He accused of rigging the 2020 result. Votes.
Secretary, everyone. Now, we are live. You want a cup of water in it? Yes, sir.
He got preferential treatment. Hearing testimony on UFOs this morning.
Former intelligence officer information on a secret retrieval program.
Wants to be very responsible. Negotiations to bring him out after losing the race. President Reed was injured in Ukraine. Now spokeswoman Kevin Elkins.
Extraordinarily, warning Americans not to travel to Ukraine. Participating in fighting there.
The State Department says Reed did not notify them he was joining the war against his former captors. He's expected to fully recover. There's mystery surrounding the deaths of 3 U.S. service members. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Sheriff's deputies found the 3 active duty Marines unresponsive at a privately owned company gas station 45 minutes south of Neptune. All 3 were pronounced
were stunned this morning when they looked at their windows and saw the arm of a massive construction crane that had caught fire, smashing into a building across the street, then falling to the sidewalk below. Reports of injuries. Firefighters on the roof of another used hoses to put out the flames. S&P futures down 11. This is CBS News.
Hiring will travel to other candidates all in the same place. This is the feedback of Nash Products.
Now you're find.com/radio. That's OMA.com/radio. Streaming isn't 3 weeks ago what happens.
There's someone else pulling the strings here.
This month, get in touch with your inner detective.
Hello?
And stream the best selection of British mysteries during Mystery
Hello?
Month on BritBox. Streaming now.
Tiger was in his early 20s. Well, I'm glad not sure how he feels today, but Jagger is working his game. Last year, he said he still hoped the Rolling Stones would
Right.
without drummer Charlie Watts, who died the year before. CBS News.
Security experts an explosion of Barbie computer viruses. The criminals
We'll see.
and users in the CBS News.
How's your campaign going?
Going pretty good. Campaigning is working.
Yeah, it is. Your words, they don't know what to do with you because you might become mayor. Your boss, but they. Don't get this. Don't take one. Okay then, we are back. Good morning, everybody. 860-1440 is the number. Call that number, and if that number doesn't work, 240-9224. We'll see if that one works. But hopefully, I just called my number and it worked fine with the phone. So I don't know why it's dropping, but we'll see. Our guest this morning is the man who would be governor. The man who would be mayor of the city of Montgomery, Victor. That's how you pronounce it. Yes, sir. Victor Felder. I think he wants to be your next. Now, people get on my case for asking questions, so first of all, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to introduce yourself to the folks, if there's anybody out there who don't know you. Your political philosophy, why you are running for this job, when the statistics is somewhat statistically against you, but it's your second run, and I like a man who don't quit, who keeps going on. You're going to be. So tell folks who you are and are you from Montgomery? Introduce yourself to folks who don't know.
Yes, sir. My name is Victor Felder. I am the name of Montgomery. I've been here my entire life. I've become a college. I've always come from Montgomery. In 2004, when I was I'm from the west side of Montgomery, from the Georgia community. In the graduate high school, and 15 years. And my reason for running is I feel as though my background is protection, and my 7 years is mainly on surf, where we responded to hostile situations, and mainly restoring order was our job. And I feel as though right now what's taking place in Montgomery when it comes to law enforcement and policing, I don't feel as though anything is really being enforced right now. I feel like if we had more enforcement take place, we may decrease some of what's taking place in the street. But right now, from what you hear from citizens and what you see, it can't be much of enforcing anything in place. So I feel as though I have great plans to decrease crime. And me being a leader with leadership abilities, I feel as though it won't be hard to get people to buy into what I'm trying to put out. It's not going to be easy. I understand that part, but I feel as though I have the ability to bring people in and have them buy into something where I would lead from the front. So again, I feel as though it's time for new leadership. We've done the historical part of it. Montgomery was waiting to see change. Montgomery wanted to move forward. And we thought we had that change with, who we elected now. And it was a big move from Montgomery as far as with the racial situation that we have in Montgomery, the racial history that we have to elect our first black mayor. Since we've gotten over that hump, I think it's time to look at the platform of each candidate. And I feel like my platform is the best platform. Again, we have a problem with crime, and I have 15 years of law enforcement. I feel as though out of any candidate, I feel as though I have the best resume to get that forward of having 15 years of law enforcement, and we have an issue with crime. I've been working with criminals for 15 years. Now, I understand the settings. One is closed in, and the other one is out and about in the streets. But at the same time, I'm dealing with the same mindset of people. So I don't feel as though any other candidate is more experienced than I am when it comes to law enforcement and dealing with crime. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get in, and also youth development. I feel as though the talk was there, but there was no action with youth development. The programs that I mentioned are some of the programs that I took part in, and other kids my age at the time growing up on the west side of the world took part in, where it was a deterrent. Now we have people using it as a talking point. So if you haven't experienced those programs and you haven't been around in that environment to see the change and the deterrent that it brought for the kids to keep them out of trouble, then I don't feel it's fair that you use community centers as a talking point, which is something that has been done that I mentioned in 2019, and here we are 2023, still dragging along about, well, we're starting to get work done on the community centers. But if any steps were taken in 2019, I don't think we would see what we're seeing now as far as crime and the murders and death that we're seeing, especially with our youth, our young men that you would say were 19 and up. We have an 8-year-old robbing and beating the police on a high-speed chase. So there are a lot of things taking place in Montgomery where I think is an eye-opener for a lot of people who feel as though they want to keep their favorite in or vote for their favorite person based off whatever they see besides platform. And that's going to give us a lot of trouble. So we did the black bill. We got the first black mayor in, we did the black bill. Let's not go back and try to do and play the race card and overlook a person's platform because you have a favorite. So whether you have a favorite name you like voting for, whether you have a favorite color you like voting for, I think we have to get all of that out of the way and pay attention to the platform. Who has the best platform? Who has the best issues? Or who is addressing the issues that you have the most problem with best? So if crime is an issue to you, which is about 85-90% of the voters have an issue with, then I don't feel as though there's another candidate more experienced in the field of crime than I am. If business is something that you're more inclined to lean forward to, then you may look at a candidate that owns businesses or that's in that field. You may have a leg up on me in that area, but I feel as though my mindset, ideas that I have for businesses, I don't think that areas will overstep not. But if we're talking about growth, if we're talking about economic growth, the main thing that I can hear when I talk to some people in some positions that have and in the health of government, but we can't put this over here because of crime. You can't build over here because of crime. Businesses are legally built because of crime. So if the common denominator is crime and decreasing is going to help things grow economically throughout the city, not just certain parts of the city, throughout the city, then why not get someone that's going to come in and deal with the crime and we grow from there? So it's a lot of things taking place and a lot of regions that I want to run, but mainly public safety and youth development are the two, and safety and unity is what I'm running on. I feel as though from day one, I had a diverse team. If you go and look at some of the other candidates, they may talk about unity, they may talk about coming together, but when you go back and look at my page, I am maybe the first or only candidate that did start off with a diverse team. So when I talk about safety and unity, that's something that I truly mean. My intent is perfect. I don't have an agenda. I don't have anybody backing me with a lot of money who's pushing me up to do something. I made my first announcement on January 31st, but I knew I wanted to get into this race I was already around talking to different people. I didn't just show up within a year and say I want to be mayor. And have people throw thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars behind my name and put me out. And I joined the race, and to have someone join the race at the last minute, I don't think that shows dedication to the job. I don't think that shows leadership. I think when someone comes in and you've been living in a place for less than a year, all of a sudden you have a plan for the city, but you haven't been here and endured what we have these past 4 years dealing with crime. I think it's an insult. Yeah. I think it's kind of disrespectful to come in and try to knock someone else out of the race or to jump in and pretend it's something that you really have no interest in. I don't think that you don't really have a plan because there's no way you're going to tell me you have a plan. You haven't been here. So who's ever behind the scenes putting the string, they're doing a good job for some of these people. But I don't think it's fair for someone to jump into a race when they haven't even been living here the past 4 years, dealing with crime the way that we've been dealing with. I've been outspoken about it for the past 3 going on 4 years. We've had the deadliest years on record in the history of Montgomery. And now all of a sudden we have people jumping into the race that haven't been here. So there are a lot of things taking place that I don't like so far. And if intent is not pure, then I don't think it's
Yeah, so that's a question for you. This is not my question. I'll go through and ask a question. Text me 241-9998, and I will ask you your questions and people would like to get but this is an interesting question. It says, please help us understand how working at a Department of Correction as a prison guard makes you an expert in crime.
I didn't say it makes me an expert in crime. It helped me to understand criminal mindset better. So some of those guys come up and give me plans and ask questions as to what is my plan. So I throw some things out, and they might throw some things back out at me. And these are some of the things that we are not told with them, especially younger guys. They have a dormitory for 16-year-olds. So when you start seeing the effect of 16-year-olds behind bars and they're going to be there a long time, you start to ask questions.
So we actually put 16-year-olds in the
you start to ask questions. You get to wondering what's really going on, not only in our state, but in our communities, because we have 16 years old with 30 and 40 years old. So I would ask them, what would it have taken to keep you out of prison? What was going on? So, like a lot of them are starting out on the wrong foot early. So I feel as though coming from that environment also. So just working in a prison doesn't mean I'm an expert in crime. But also I've worked around people that are in law enforcement, that are state troopers, that are police officers. I have great communication with them, and they're letting me know a lot of things. And I've had a what's taking place what we've done, on a day-to-day basis. So I feel as though the connection that I have, the friendship that I have with different law enforcement officers, that also need to have
good morning on there. Yes. Appreciate it. Good morning on air.
Good morning.
Okay, well, he's listening.
Yes, sir, I do. And when talking with individuals that have a hand in helping the economic growth throughout the city, for instance, I saw some people this influence from the west side talk about them having a restaurant, them having a better grocery store, and it's a restaurant that you go and sit down and eat. It's kind of like us. So I mentioned that to the person. They was like, well, when you're trying to track the here, first thing they're going to want to look at is crime. And what is one of your biggest issues with the west side? It's like crime. So it's hard to sell a business on coming here and being prosperous because they're going to worry about the customers being robbed. They're going to worry about their establishment being robbed. So it's too much negative that's against it, or as the crime in this area where companies don't want to come in. So my thinking is, okay, well, why not attack the crime problem and decrease it so we won't have the excuse of not being able to attract businesses in these different areas or what they feel as though their business might be that profit. I think when you give different programs, and that's what I meant about the community centers and people with the community centers. You have to give them something to where it's either going to attract their attention or a program that they feel like they can be involved in to help them in whatever skill that's going to help them in their area or help them be more skillful as far as say if it's afraid of something. Maybe they want to pull hair, maybe they want to do something. You have to give them those opportunities in a place where it's more convenient other than just a deep in the place where they don't have the ride to get through or the proper motivation to get through. Let's take a break. Our guest is Victor Schuler, who is going to be the next mayor of the city of Montgomery. Numbers are 860-1440. If you can't get on the phone line, you can text the question to him. 334-241-9998. Nobody. You think they'll be rent controlled? Am I going what do you mean about rent control? I mean, people can pay their housing right now because everybody's had to go on in, and these people are making no more money. I don't know, because a lot of them said they wasn't, like when COVID hit, a lot of people wasn't getting paid. I don't know. I was right. I agree with that, but I agree with them. They pay their checks. I know a lot of them are saying the government, when so much money for people, but the one thing Biden did do is give a hell of a lot of money out. And all you had to do is put in for it. And they didn't do it. A lot of them say a few of them that I talked to, that they want to get any money, they don't know what's going on, and people they want to move out, and they do move out. They say, we always do that. We're always saying that's a place for me.
SUV in the parking spot, with local trade-ins starting at
Today, huh? That's good. That's when you got a 8-month-old and a 3-year-old that don't like to sleep throughout the night. You know that happens. Yeah, I think I know I have.
15 minutes of fun and 18 years of pain. Gotta put music in there.
No, that way.
Yeah, it worked. You tried it. Oh, yeah, that baby don't know what rain is. They know what music is. Because there's no greater love than a child.
Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 14.
Okay, I got to go back to the phone, I guess, and pick your shoulder. Who wants to be your next mayor of the city of Montgomery? So let me go right to the phone and see who's there. Good morning, you're there. Yes. Yeah, he's listening. All right, let's see if we can answer that.
The city council is not the job that I had on running for. It was like finding a new home. People told me to get a starter home. That's not something that I would have wanted. I also had someone tell me, hey, you can handle buying a home in an area that you're comfortable with or something that you want. And you get that home. So I bought my home that I wanted. I didn't go with the starter home. I didn't start on the level that people thought most people start out with. I went to a level to where I felt like I could handle what I wanted. And this position of mayor is something that I want. Also, I've been doing research for years on decreasing crime that I haven't seen implemented here in Montgomery. So I feel as though you have to have new leadership and a different mindset to bring about the plan that I'm going to do. Now, crime isn't not only part of my platform. Crime is something that I push because the norm is education or economics before public safety. I'm just putting public safety on the forefront because of what's taking place in the city. I have a plan for business. I have a plan for education. Even though we're not a city school system, I still have a plan to where I want to work with the school superintendent to try to get some things implemented as far as getting our kids back to a level of education that they need to. Um, Economic development throughout the city is something that is on my page, that's on my platform. So I'm not understanding how some overlook the fact that I have a business plan, I have an economic plan for throughout the city, I have an educational plan also. I'm just putting crime at the forefront because I'm tired of it being overlooked because you have a certain demographic of people that are losing their lives. And nothing is being said about that. People are running on crime and talking about decreasing property value. They're not mentioning the loss of life. They're mentioning the decrease of property value. So I feel as though being in this position sheds light on the reality that a lot of us are living in certain areas. Also, that we're not living to where I don't want to see it come to the area that I'm in. Therefore, it's going to lead to the destruction of the entire city. Youth development is something to where it wasn't pushed on the scale of just a city council level. If I'm in the mayor position and I'm pushing something about youth development and community centers, but then that means I appoint the person that's over the director of parks and recreation. So if I'm appointing someone, I want them to have the same mindset that I have, as far as doing something for these community centers throughout the city of Montgomery. So I don't want to have a closed in mindset to where I feel like I have to start on a level to where someone else feels I need to start. No, this is where my heart leads me to, and this is the position that I feel like I can be successful in for the city of Montgomery, and that's a position I'm going to go for.
Get money on air with the Victor Philly. Good morning.
It's all about who you place around you. I would look for the most qualified candidates, not who I'm cool with or who I associated with from years before or who's a part of any particular organization. I will assess every applicant the best way possible. Now, as far as legislature and things that go on a state level, I'm understanding that it does play a factor to a degree. But at the same time, if I'm in the midst, we're talking about state legislature, depending on what I'm trying to push, that's when the state gets involved. And that's something that I learned after I ran into 2019, to where you do have to partner with your state lawmakers and state representatives when you want to get certain things passed and implemented. So those are levels that I do understand. Those are relationships again that I would love to build, even with the city council. All my ideas are not going to be accepted, and I understand that. But it's also when you work with you work as a team. But there are going to be things that maybe they feel like could be directed in a different direction, or they can push it or change things around to where it's more beneficial for the city of Montgomery. And that's my entire goal, to make sure whatever I do is beneficial for the city of Montgomery.
Good morning. You're here.
And on top of the public safety, I feel like that's another goal without without. And working with our school superintendent and school board of education, getting programs that I kind of go with my also. And it's kind of for the kids. That's something that's been talked about a lot. It's kind of a lot of people when you have visitors or other people coming in and they see they feel as though the city is better. Not as good as it. First day in office, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do in 2022. I will get all of the police officers or administrators that are the head or any other precinct. We will go to our communities with the highest volume of time, and we will go and engage with people. There will be something that I, along with administration, consistently do. I feel as though a lot of times people get in and talk, and it sounds good to a degree, but you can't leave from behind it. We have someone that you haven't seen in any community, or any community unless it's beneficial to only is out there. I feel as though that's part of the reason that we can also to where you don't have the leadership, the effective leadership that's out front and leading the charge. And that's why I come into play to where I will be out front leading the charge. I will lead by example. So you will see me in the communities, whether it's crime ridden or whether you don't have any crime at all. I feel as though you have to be visible to the people that elected you.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the current administration is incompetent?
I wouldn't say it's incompetent. I feel as though it may not be a concern when it comes to
okay. Do you believe that anybody who's in that office wants a city that is safe for all of its citizens?
You can have people on lower levels as far as may not be a part of the executive team or executive side of it. I think there are some there, but as far as the higher ups in the administration, I don't know.
But what benefit would it be to them not to be concerned about every leg on the table?
It depends on their agenda, what they're pushing. If they're more focused on the different areas of crime, it's more beneficial to them running for re-election or higher office. So if crime is an area where or demographic really doesn't vote and it doesn't affect your voting base, then you're not going to address that problem. But if other areas as business and maybe cleanliness is more beneficial to your voting base, then that's what you give attention to. It seems like a lot of people are not giving attention that they feel as though they need.
They're only on there with different struggle.
No.
Yeah, don't give me the long story, but yeah, I just.
I think it's the climate also where the mall is located. The mall is located. Anytime you go to movement, that's a place that a lot of people don't want to interact with. Now, we did have a few situations where someone or some people that may not live there participated in some things that we didn't have wanted to or should have not engaged in. But right now, the time that we have to remember, I feel as though we have to change the time of those people. Right now, they're doing any and everything wherever they want to go. But until we address certain areas and decrease that, I think we have to deal with what we're dealing with now until we're implemented. As far as being out with guns and storing guns, it's all on the business. So the business have a sign posted. If you're on that business property with the gun out, then you have to find ways to enforce it as far as that. But if they're out and the law says that you can have a gun, whether we agree with them showing it or not, then we're not going to harassing it. It violating signs out.
Right. Another text says, what activities, because you do bring up the community center a lot, what activities have you been involved in trying to change those environment? Have you been actively involved in the community? You got to compete yourself, so I don't know how much time you got to mess around with those things, but have you tried to implement things, or you actively involved in
Volunteer coach at Veterans for 2 years. I had other offers to join different youth programs, but being the youth, working how I work and having my own stuff, I had more time to be engaged, giving back. It's one of the things that I do. So I go and talk to, try to see how the community is as far as 20 plus years ago when I started there, see what's needed and what would make things better. So I'm still engaged and I still have a lot of communication.
Good morning, who's this? Yes.
I think the most difference is being seen.
Do you believe that relationship will change if the mayors had an opportunity, or if they would personally interact with some of the employees, or that will benefit the city and motivate their employees to do a better job? Hey, appreciate the talk. Appreciate the questions. One more thing, there's a lot of talk about a person and a citizen. What say you in those two items?
Challenge because
they won't be walking the street.
Again, you have a lot of situations where parents coaching. You have situations where you have kids or a kid or two. Say they may not have seen their parents and kids.
You put the parents in jail.
Yeah, so I think it's different rules and laws that we have to look at.
But in principle, 17-year-olds don't need to be walking the streets in that number of 12 o'clock. Yeah. So we won't use it. We don't want our police to just get in the car looking for people who are out. But if those kids are out, those kids are involved in illicit behavior, then we got another tool in the box to charge them with, to charge their family with, to make sure that hopefully try to rectify that situation. But in principle, are you for a curfew?
I think that's something I have to look at. There's too much to look at to where what is the parent work at? Because we have jobs like Monday and these different jobs. So if the parent is at work and the child is at home and no one else is there, if you want to charge the parent for that child being out, the parent is at work. So it's too many. I think you have to go to the drawing board and make sure when you want to approach a situation like that, you're not punishing a parent for working and not being able to be there and watch their child when they're trying to do their job. Now, the citizen review board, I'm not against it, but I don't think it's the time out. We don't have enough officers to talk about the review of the job. So let's focus on getting our numbers back up with the police force. Then we can go to a citizen review board. So again, I'm not against it. I just think it's bad timing for it.
How many police? Do you know how many police officers we actually have?
I don't. People throw out different numbers. I've talked to different police officers. I've been told to ask about the numbers. And if we have, let's just say 300, and the population is close to 200,000, how is that safe for the city to have only 300 police officers manning the city to where we have almost 200,000?
Of course, they would want more. Do you have any kind of plan or any kind of suggestion of how to increase the number of police officers?
Yes, sir. Increase the pay. From the research that I've seen, from increasing the pay of officers.
Three things should be. What do you think the base pay for a cadet coming out to start?
The competitive pay. And I would put it at 55,000, 55 to 60,000. That's coming out. But you also have to focus on these things. I was at an event yesterday and they was talking about how University of Alabama is now paying their campus police officers $1,000. So that's a hit to where competition wise you have state troopers.
So would you be willing? Okay, in order to get that additional funds for the policeman, which I'm really, I think $50,000 where you ought to start to put your life on the line. Although you got to remember now, soldiers go in. I went in making $13,000 a year. Okay, so I'm just saying, back in the day, and so they ain't getting $50,000 now to go and pay bullets. But I think that's not a bad deal. Where would the money come from?
Right now, allotted for that department. And each officer, I think, is like $100,000. So you will have you pay for what you get. So if you want safety, then you're going to have to increase the funding. The mayor.
Okay. How will we do that? Will we take additional taxes on garbage? Would we take additional taxes on something? Because you have to raise the money some kind of way. You thought about how to raise that money?
Yes, I think we look at the budget first to see what's needed and what's not. Because a lot of times you may have areas where you can decrease funds and try to put extra funds into that area of security.
Have you looked at the budget and see where some things there that may not need to do without? How about the Office of Violence Prevention? I like them, but we need to prevent violence. That's $250,000 right there.
If you keep a few and you change the name.
Okay. We'll be back with our last part. Victor Felders happened to be here. The man who wants to be the next mayor of the city of Montgomery. 860-1440 is the number. Here you want to call. You can text me 241-9998. You can't get in on the telephone. And I've been quiet today, so I want you to know that. I just let the man do the talking here. So I said, well, you answer my question. We'll be back. I know you remember about the music, so
I listen to a lot of jazz, rock.
ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and
Somebody said on the other radio station, you said you were a beast.
That was the first thing I said was, I'm out of here.
Now they're saying that what you said over there was something different.
No, I told them this wasn't the time, but I'm not here. I've always said I'm not here. It's on, it's recorded. That's well, that's a good thing about it. All these interviews are recorded. So.
I'm just trying to see how you work and deal with it.
I did it the last time I wasn't as busy. It was a forum. We had like over 15 forums.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I'm trying to understand where are they scheduled now. We don't have as many now. I would work 15 hours the day before forum. I was working like at 4 a.m. at that time. And I would get off at maybe forum was like at 6. Up around 5 and go to the forum. So I wasn't getting no sleep. But now it's like, we got a family of 4 kids and a wife. We don't have the money coming in as far as campaign for others. As everyone else, we gotta make a win and do something.
Well, what do you think about the whitewater part?
I think you have to make a difference. A lot of people probably don't want to, but you have to make a difference.
Okay, I guess it's one Victor's Felder. He's running for your mayor. Let's take a couple more calls, then I'll give him the last word. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
A couple more calls. Get one. You got about a minute. Yes.
I think they're higher.
All right. Good morning on there.
not in the area of crime. I don't think so. Crime and doing the those are two major things. I take as crime. No, sir. I'm running for mayor to make the entire city better. Excuse me, sir. To me, crime. Business. I don't see no growth in that. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I've said enough bad things about him, but again, I feel as though he's not the mayor that we need. I don't feel like he has the leadership capabilities to take us further than what we are now. I'm not going to get on because
I'm gonna take one more call for you. We're gonna call it a morning. You want who's this? Appreciate it. One more 30 seconds, and I'll get the mayor. You want who's this? Yes. Our time is definitely 30 seconds for you.
okay, again, I'm Richard Felder. You can find me at richardfelderpremier.com, premier.com, the site city of AMT. I'm running to be your mayor. I feel as though Montgomery needs to be safe. It needs to be safe. Right now, we have a lot of gun violence taking place. We have a lot of killing taking place. The streets need to be clean. We need to be more unified as a people. I have 15 years of law enforcement. Thank you, sir. All right.
Never enough time.
I appreciate you.
I did not call. I'll ask that.
They said you know how to drive the people. You kind of,
Really, I did. But I agree with some of them. I think the law that only I get Bye.